first kills and ended up losing. I mean, Team Secret, some crazy resilience from them, very, very solid in the post plants, and they really set the tone for this game, which we'll get a little bit more into the replays. But I'm extremely worried about Nongshim here because we've set up the narrative already. These guys need to have a good run in the group stage. Team Secret should have been one of the easier opponents in their group. They've now lost their pick of Sunset, and they'll have to look towards Ascent, a map that they have actively tried to avoid since the end of last year to try to make sure that they can turn this series around.
Yeah, I mean, it's looking rough for them. This was not how they wanted Sunset to go. We saw shades of old school Danby in the pace. You know, I love that round. He runs up top mid and kills Envy as he's go with the Silverall. That felt vintage. I enjoyed that. But they can't make that consistent across the whole map because, like you say, Team Secret bringing their own unique style to this map. Just Nongshim could not really find a foothold into this game. And, you know, this is not 2024 anymore. This is not the same level that you're playing at. So something has to change.
Yeah, and especially when you have Zesbu also keeping pace with Danby. It felt, there were so many rounds where it felt so manic, just watching what was happening on your screen with so many utilities in your face, and you're watching both POVs of the Neons. It was just absolutely crazy to watch, but so enjoyable.
For sure, good debut back from RB as well, despite the fact that they didn't win. He put up his numbers on the Sova. I mean, he was the best performing player right up there with Francis, who was unshackled from the IGL duties. So I think for Nongshim, they've missed a little bit of a trick there, especially, like I said, with how many opening kills and advantages they ended up with in that map. But you got to give credit to Team Secret. It's very clear that they're embracing that underdog mentality, and they want to be a scrappy team that teams are underestimating, and they really came to play here on this game of Sunset.
Yeah, I mean, that's exactly what they need to do, right? Unshackle yourself from this burden, the weight that this kind of organization has had on for so long, for always placing in the middle. It's so nice to... I feel so refreshed after watching Team Secret. That never happens.
Exactly. Shake off all of that history. You know, you have a chance to rewrite that today, and I think they did. You had so many new playstyles. You had such new energy, and I have to give credit to Zesbu as well, because we know how this guy is.
Yeah, he brings the energy.
Yeah.
You know, definitely in the Ascension run, he was kind of that talismanic player that would really try to keep the energy going, because not only did they have the crowd behind them, but Zesby was definitely the one who was trying to keep everyone G'd up in the server. And I'm not sure it necessarily, vibed the best with the rest of the team, because he didn't stay on the roster, and we know that Boom can be that team that can, go down a little bit in energy, or maybe the nerves can play up. And when I would say it's something I've heard from sports psychologists in the past. I don't know if this is something that you've heard with the teams that you've coached as well, Morgan, but energy levels need to kind of match in the team. And if you have someone that's too high energy on a team that kind of struggles with nerves, it can be kind of a bad match sometimes.
Yeah, for sure. Everybody needs to be on a similar wavelength, and you need to understand how to get the best out of the people around you, right? So sometimes him being, crazy high energy like we know he is might not have landed in the same way with the Boom guys, but I love the energy he's bringing into this Team Secret roster.